Hey yo, Paul here. So, a lot of us are in isolation right now and are struggling to get our coffee fix. I've had some friends ask me how they can make coffee at home, and there's not one easy answer to that question. However, in this video, I'll be covering 5 things you need to brew good coffee at home. If this is your first brewing device, you should be looking for something that is easy to use, easy to clean up, and also makes a really good cup of coffee. So I would recommend the French press, the AeroPress, and also the Clever Dripper. Keep in mind that the AeroPress and the Clever Dripper, they can't really brew a lot of volume. Meaning if you are having a big party of, let's say, 5, it's better to buy a big French press and brew once compared to brewing 5 times with the AeroPress or the Clever Dripper. That's just a lot of hassle. Having freshly ground beans in the morning is a big aspect of creating a good cup of coffee. When you are buying a grinder, make sure that it's a burr grinder and not a blade grinder. I would start off with the cheap burr hand grinder. And then you'll realize, oh yeah, coffee's for you. Then you can start upgrading to the more fancy grinders that will take a permanent spot in your kitchen. Now, coffee brewing is not an exact science, but it needs a certain amount of consistency so that you can actually create a good cup of coffee. All of the recipes that you find online use a specific amount of water and a specific amount of ground coffee in their recipes. And how are you going to follow that recipe without a scale? So I think the main test is to drink your water on its own and see if you like it. If you drink your water and you find that it's kind of rough, kind of metallic maybe, not as tasty as water that you've gotten from a cafe, then maybe you should be investing in something like a Brita filter, some charcoal sticks, or maybe some third wave water, which is a fancy pouch that you add to distilled water to then create a water profile that is recommended by some coffee experts. So just for context, water is 98.75% of your cup of coffee. I would say good coffee beans is a subjective thing because we all have different taste buds and we enjoy different things. What I would recommend you doing is to go to a cafe that you've had really good coffee in the past, buy their beans, and then try to replicate what they have been brewing. Eventually down the road, you can start exploring. Get on some coffee subscriptions, try some light roasts, try some dark roasts, try coffee from different regions, do some cupping. But for now, I would say just try to brew with one bean that you know you like already. So to all of you new coffee drinkers out there who are trying to brew good coffee at home, I hope you've learned something from this video. And I hope that it has added some insight to how you can level up your coffee at home. It's not easy, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. If you liked the video, just make sure to hit that like button. And until next time, peace.